Good afternoon.
Hello.
Patrick.
Okay, that's not much room here. Oops, hi everybody. Sorry we're slightly late. We're going to start with Sky Sports News and James, please.
Hi Patrick.
Hi James.
Any fresh injury concerns here this weekend?
No. Majority of the players train all the week.
Heading into the game this weekend, now just 5 points above the relegation zone. Are you concerned about the club's position?
Concern of the late result that we had. I think if I'm sitting in front of you and telling you that I'm not concerned, there will be a lie. Of course, we are concerned. Of course, we are aware of our position on the table. But it's important for us is to remain calm and keep working and keep improving. We have a tough week ahead of us, and it will be important to do our best and to try to get points. But if we want points, we have to play well. So we have to keep doing the right things. But at the same time, it's important for us is to understand what part of the game we need to improve to allow ourselves to win those games. And obviously, not winning those games meaning that we are missing something.
Do you feel like the club are now slipping into a relegation battle?
The table is what it is. We're still 5 points clear, of course, but anything can happen. And we have to know that we are part of those, I will say it, 9-10 teams who have to fight to stay in the Premier League. But we are in a position, and we are in a better position than some of the teams. That will be enough? No. And that is why we have to prioritize our performances. How can we improve as a team to allow ourselves to, again, win those games?
Still looking for that first win in 2023. Do you feel like you're under any pressure at the moment?
Pressure? I had the pressure since the first time I signed in this football club. I had the pressure since the first games against Chelsea a couple of months ago. So that is what the Premier League is about. I think every single manager have pressure to perform, to play European or competition, or to stay in the Premier League. And I see myself as not different from any other manager.
How much of a blow is it to not have Doucoure tomorrow, who's suspended?
Yes, of course. Czech is an important player for us. At the same time, he's suspended, and other players will have a chance to play. We have a couple of options. We tried different options this week, and I'm really looking forward to the game. Yeah.
Have you felt the need to speak to Czech about his discipline, 8 yellow cards and 1 red card now?
Yeah, we talk about it, and of course, when you are a defensive holding midfielder and you want to win those balls, and sometimes, yes, you are getting late for those challenges, and we talk about it. But, I don't want him to change the way that he's playing. It is something that is important for us as a team. This quality is required for that kind of position, especially in the holding midfield. And I will not want him to change his game. I still want him to be aggressive. I still want him to defend going forward. And I still want him to win those duels.
A real boost to have Wilfried Zaha back last weekend. Can you see where the goals are coming from at the moment?
We're creating those chances, and of course having Wilfried back in the squad will allow us to be more dangerous inside the opposition box. And it's good to have him back, but at the same time it's a team issue here. It's not about Wilfried. We know that Wilfried can finish those chances, but we need to create those chances, those opportunities to have him, Michael, or any other players around the box who can score goals.
Come up against Erling Haaland this weekend. He struggled a little bit for goals after what was an incredible start in the Premier League. Do you think
how many goals he scored? And he's still struggling?
Not as many recently, but a lot over the course of the season. Do you think sides are starting to work out how to defend against him?
Obviously, he's an important player for City, and he's at the end of all the opportunities that they are creating. But, you need to stop people providing those opportunities. And that's why our performance tomorrow has to be based on the team performance. And if we defend well as a team, we will stop him scoring goals or stopping people around to create those opportunities. That will be our objective tomorrow.
And finally, have any old teammates or friends spoken to you about the significance of this match when it comes to who may win the title this season?
No.
Thank you, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. I spoke to Tarek Mitchell yesterday to preview this match tomorrow, and I asked him what's the mood been like, and he said, the players are feeling well and they're keeping their spirits high. What have you seen from your team in training this week?
I've seen a team that are conscious about our position and our situation. We want to win games, and I've seen the teams who prepare themselves well, but not just this week. They are really concentrated about the objective that we want to do together. They are aware of the situation and how important it is for us to perform well, because the performances will dictate at the end the result of the games. So we want to defend well as a team. We want to play well as a team going forward. We want to score those goals, and our mindset is in the right place.
I also asked Tarek about what he learned from the 4-2 loss to City earlier on in the season, and he said that City are ruthless, essentially. Will you ask your team to do anything differently from the way that you set up and played in that match?
I think we will have to, of course, learning that the game is a 95-minute game. What I mean by that is, I think we had a solid first half in Manchester where we defended well in the first half and managing to score those goals and set pieces, and in the second half we were a little bit, especially the first 15-20 minutes, we didn't defend as well as we did in the first half, and when you do that, you become a little bit vulnerable, especially against teams like Manchester City. So the concentration has to be from the start to the end because of the quality of the players that they have. And of course, it was a learning process for us against them in the first leg. But listen, we have to be brave. We have to play as the best as we can, and give them problems. And I strongly believe that we can give them problems.
After the loss to Aston Villa last week, you said that your team does play well against the top sides in the Premier League. Why do you think that is, and why do you think particularly you play so well against them at Selhurst Park?
I think first is the challenges, is the support that we have at home, and the discipline and the mindset that we have in those games. And that has to be something consistent, and it wasn't consistent enough for us during this season. So I think the excitement to play against City or any of the teams who are in the top 6, it's there, especially at home. But it's about being disciplined and being aggressive and being ruthless and scoring those goals when we have those opportunities, and that is something that we didn't do well lately. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Hi, Patrick. Mentioned that the majority of the players trained all week. Is there anyone who didn't train, and how close is Sam Johnston to being back fully fit? Yeah,
Sam still a couple of weeks ago to go. He didn't train with the team yet, and I think it will be some individual work for the next couple of weeks. We had Will Hughes was sick in the start of the week. So he trained today, and we'll have to see how he's going to feel tomorrow.
And I've heard you speak about how you deal with defeat as a manager. Go home and watch the game. Is it harder to deal with the longer you go without a win? Do you change anything?
It's just really hard, and it's harder, especially when you don't win games, of course. But it's always good, and I like to have this kind of reflection on watching the game again and see what could we do differently to improve. That can be tactical, that can be decision making on the team, and I like to have this kind of reflection to see what we could do to impact more on the game, and how can we improve regarding the next game.
In the last press conference, kind of challenged Edouard to show you more in training and matches. How did he respond to that, and how has he been over this last week?
Yeah, regarding the quality that he has, and I expect more from him. I think he has the ability to do more.
And I spoke to Jermaine Defoe yesterday, who started his coaching journey at Tottenham, and he referenced you as the only black manager in the Premier League, and there's a new report out this week saying how low the numbers are of ethnic minorities and black coaches within football. How important do you think it is for aspiring coaches like Jermaine Defoe and for high-profile managers like yourself to speak out?
Yeah, I think it's always good to speak out and just to express yourself. I think when you're looking at all the numbers, that is the fact. And if I manage to inspire Jermaine, I'm really proud and really happy about that. And I hope that he will be the next one that can inspire the young black person who want to go into coaching.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rachel, back.
Hi Patrick, a couple of weeks ago you said you wanted to be more demanding with your players. Have you felt that you have been more demanding over the past couple of weeks as you have kind of had that struggle in football especially?
Yes, I was really pleased with what I get from the players in the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I think regarding the concentration, regarding the work ethic, regarding the interaction that we had on the field about how can we improve, the feedback and what they've been showing me been really positive.
How different is it to go through these kind of challenges as a manager than as a player?
Of course, as a manager, you have the full responsibility of the result, and how do you manage you guys? How do you manage the expectation from people from outside? And as a player, you of course get hurt by the result, but when you go home and you may be going to think about something different. But as a manager, your mind is consistently in the game, on the result, and how you can have more impact in the team, and you always try to find solutions.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Okay, that's the end of the broadcast section.
Thank you.
Rahman, do you want to go first?
Patrick, can I ask you about Selhurst, the fans?
Yeah.
You haven't beaten Man City at home since 2015. 7 attempts at home. And is this when you really need the fans to support, given how